Hey guys, welcome to my conversation with your two-time 7A 285-pound state champ from Carrollton, Jacob Levy. Jacob, I see a big smile on your face. Two-time, how's that sound?
It sounds pretty good. Can't wait for the 3 time.
Yeah, you're already looking ahead.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, all right. So, was the feeling any different winning a second time as compared to the first time?
I'll say it felt the same. As nothing really changed. I still put the same amount of work in, a little bit more, I would say, this time because I knew I had a target on my back, but everything still feels good.
Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. All right, so we're gonna start off the mat, and then we're gonna kind of transition onto the mat and talk about the last couple of years, Fargo, winning the state title, all that jazz. Cool. All
Okay.
right, all right. So I've got some interesting questions off the mat. All right. So what what are do you listen to music when you warm up?
Yes, sir.
You do. What do you listen to?
So like 90s hip hop or like something like real chill or like something to get me hype.
Yeah. So can you give me an example of a song that you were listening to right before you got ready to wrestle?
Make them say by Master P.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. What flavor of ice cream?
Strawberry.
Straw
100% strawberry.
strawberry. Like you don't like any others, or no? If you go, that's the one you get.
If I go, that's what I'm getting. I'm fine with like not strawberry, vanilla, chocolate. I'm fine with that. But if they have strawberry, I'm going to get it every time.
Got it. All right. All right. Pineapple on pizza.
No.
All right. Why? Like, what is it about pineapple on pizza?
I just don't like the sweetness of the pineapple on the pizza. I feel like pineapple it belongs on like something else.
Okay. Okay. All right. Do you like pineapple though?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay. All right. All right. So would you say you're book smart or street smart?
I got a little bit of both.
A little bit of
A little
both.
bit of
Oh, a
both.
nice medium.
Yeah.
I got you. All right. What is your best subject in school? Or what subject do you like the most?
It's science and science.
Science and
So
science. What is it
I just
about science?
it's just fun. Like chemistry was like my favorite subject I've done so far, and it was just like all the experiments we did, and like the math was hard, but like once you got it down, it was pretty simple. It's just routine. You're doing the same thing over and over again, so
Okay.
it's not too hard.
Okay. And what about the subject you don't like?
Math.
Why?
uh,
Because
Math
it's the
gets hard.
formulas. It's very similar to science, right?
Yeah, but like all like X, Y, it's like it brings like all these letters I don't like. So it brings in so in science, it's not as bad because I'm kind of using the same things over and over again. But with math, the letters can mean something different every time.
Got it. Okay. All right. Let's go back to the food. Cookies or brownies?
I'm more of a brownies guy. I don't
Oh,
really eat cookies.
no, brownies? Brownies are
Yeah.
dead. Okay. All right. All right. Do you have a food that you absolutely don't like?
I don't know really. I pretty much try everything and I like everything pretty much.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good one. Yeah,
Is
think
there
about
anything that you like tried not to eat during season?
that.
Or
Fried
you
food, and
say, go ahead. Go ahead.
I remember what I don't like chitlins. Oh my gosh, no. I don't know how people eat chitlins. So one of my coaches on the football team, he eats chitlins all the time, and I just don't know how he stomachs it.
So for people, I'm sure everybody knows what chitlins are, but for people who don't know, what are chitlins?
Stomach intestines, so like pig intestines,
Yeah,
and I just
fried up, right?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So when you said you tried to avoid fried food
yes sir.
this during the season. Is
Hmm.
there anything that you like when you finished the season? I mean, because you wrestle heavyweight, so it's not like you have to worry about making a weight
Going back
class
down.
necessarily. But is there something like you craved during the season that you wanted to make sure that you got after the season was done?
Strawberry ice cream.
Strawberry ice cream. All right, last question off the mat before we go on to the mat. Would you rather have telekinesis or telepathy? And telekinesis is the ability to move things with your mind, or telepathy is the ability to read other people's minds.
Give me telekinesis. Telepathy sounds cool, but I don't want to know what everybody's thinking. I'd rather like bring the remote to me, or like if I'm feeling pretty lazy, bring the strawberry ice cream to me without
To
moving.
me, right? I get that. I get that. All right, cool. All right, so let's move on the mat, and let's start way back to
Okay.
when did Jacob Levy first begin wrestling?
When I was 8.
When you were 8 years old, and do you
Mhm.
remember how that went?
I had a couple ups and downs. I remember winning my first state title at 8. Then after that, I had some smooth sailing. Then I had a lot of downs though, a lot of downs.
Why? What happened?
No, just that curve of trying to get over being the younger kid, come up to like 12U, being like
Mhm.
11. It's really hard time to like transfer over.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So going from being that big fish to then that little fish and get beat on a little
Yeah.
bit. I got you. Yeah. So who got you into it?
So some of my football coaches when I was younger. So Ty Murray's dad got me into it, and Melvin Whitehead's dad got me into it. Really,
Okay. All right. And your first time going to wrestle, do you remember your first practice where you're like, "Ooh, man, this is hard," or "Ooh, this is great," or like, do you have a reaction?
it was Coach Craig. So we were at South Paulden. So that's where we all used to practice. When we were younger. We were at South Paulden, and we were in like this small room. It was hot, humid, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, I'm dying."
Very cool. Well, I want you to think back to your younger self. All right.
Mhm.
And I want you, now that you've gone, I mean, you've wrestled in Fargo, you've won multiple state titles, you've had a lot of success, you're going to go to college and wrestle and everything else. What's a piece of advice that Jacob Levy today would give a Jacob Levy back then?
Listen to your dad more, and he's not trying to punish you. He's trying to make you better.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Do you listen today?
Oh, 100% now, yeah.
We'll have to pull him on and see if that's actually true or not. All right. So before we actually get into the running of the state titles and stuff, can you tell me who the best person you ever wrestled is?
Oh, probably
And it
Kale
doesn't
Sanderson.
it doesn't have to be a match. It could be just a practice. It could be whatever.
Yeah, Kale Sanderson.
Kale Sanderson.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Not scoring. Getting taken down a lot.
Did you go? Was it on like a recruiting trip? You got to roll with him a little bit, or
No, sir. So Penn State has a camp down in West Georgia, and our team goes down there wrestles, and I wrestled with Kale after the camp for a little while, and he put a whooping on me. I did score once. I did score once. It was an escape, but it means a little bit to me.
hey, you know what? Escapes count though. So as we transition to college wrestling, do you like 2-point takedowns or 3-point takedowns?
I never really thought about it. I've always just focused on the two takedowns in high school and never really thought about the three coming in.
Yeah. So
So it's something I get used to.
yeah, definitely. Well, it's changed the match a little bit if you watch, any of your
Mhm.
future teammates at Carolina. All right. So this year, let's go back to freshman year. You
Okay.
lost in the state finals. Yeah. So what was that like as far as did you walk off like saying to yourself, man, I should have done this, I should have done that? Did you walk off going, you know what, I've got this, this is gonna be mine for the next 3 years? What was kind of the mindset?
So I'll be honest with you, the mindset after that loss was like, I'm like the worst wrestler in the world. I went out there, beat the kid week before. He come back and beat me. I was like, I'm just beating myself up. But then I had like a good group of men around me to say, hey, Jacob, you're all right. It happens to everybody, just build me back up.
Good.
So I would say that's a big thing around it. But yeah, I did beat myself up a lot about it. I still do sometimes.
Yeah, is that a do you feel pressure going in, even though you're probably the favorite going in?
No, sir. I kind of train like that. I'm an underdog, and I feel like I don't really have anything to lose.
Okay. Okay. Even though you're coming in with that, like you said, the target on your back, like you
Yeah.
said previously. Okay. All right. So what's something that you've learned that like you've grown a lot in this past year?
I would say mentality. You know, I used to
Mentality.
always think a lot of things like I was joking a lot during the season, like during practice and stuff. And I feel like I got more serious as this year came along. And my mat work too. So like top and bottom, I used to never do like top and bottom. Well, I did bottom a lot, but not top. And I used to like cut everybody. But this year I started like riding kids on top now, and it's starting to help me because of college, because I have to ride on in college.
Yeah, you do. Definitely. Well, and I think that for people who haven't seen you wrestle before, and maybe I'm wrong, but you being on your feet is where you seem most comfortable. You also like to push the pace for a heavyweight, to kind of tire out the big guys. And that is that true?
Yes, sir. A little bit. Just a little bit.
So all right. So as we look to not the future, not like further, like not 2 years from now, but just in the next 6 months or so, Fargo, are you going back to Fargo?
Depends. So
Depends.
it's fairly
Okay.
expensive.
Yeah, it is.
So if God's willing, maybe so. But it's whatever God's have plans for me.
Okay. Well, and you won a state title or you won a national title last year. Congratulations. How did it feel to
Thank
be on
you.
that big stage?
Uh it's another day in paradise, you know. Just wrestling. It's just another mat. Nothing's different about it. You're just on like a platform. A wrestling mat's a wrestling mat.
Yeah. No, that's true, but the fans were wild. The spotlight was on. I love the mentality. I think that I wouldn't be able to have the mentality that you just said. I, I mean, just being honest, it's just one of those things. All right. So Fargo, so having had that experience, are you gonna wrestle a little bit this summer or are you
So World Team Trials is next.
okay?
So I got fourth there last year. I dislocated my kneecap in my third or fourth place match. And I had a really good semis match. I would say I learned a lot from those two matches I lost up there, and I'm coming back with a little chip on my shoulder this year.
Okay. All right. When is World Team Trials?
When is it?
April?
April 24th to the 28th.
Okay.
And I
All
think
right.
I'm gonna do some Greco up there too.
Are
It's gonna
you
be
gonna
like
do
my
are you?
first Greco tournament. Yeah.
Your first Greco tournament's gonna be a World Team Trials?
Yeah.
Step into the deep end there, Jacob. Wow, that's a good place to learn how to do Greco. Have you
Yeah.
been practicing Greco? Is anybody you been working with somebody on Greco?
Trying to find it. Trying to find the little next craze. I've worked with Brooks a lot. Well, not a
Uh-huh.
lot. Some bit about Greco. We've been doing more freestyle right now though.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. So looking down the road, you've committed to the University of North Carolina. What is it about Chapel Hill, the coaches, the team? What is it about them that made you like commit there?
I felt like a lot more at home. I knew some of the guys down there, and like I felt like my parents liked it a lot. So it was like a group of combination of things. My parents liked it the best at every school we went to so far, or not so far have we took. Then I felt the most at home. I felt more connected to the guys there, and it's just really close to home too. And like that was a big thing being close to home for us, well, for my parents.
Yeah.
So it was just all fit.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I mean, and let's be honest, it's a great school. I mean,
Yeah,
academically, it's a great school. I mean, I think Coach Ramos is unbelievably great. I like him an awful lot and that sort of thing.
yeah, I love
So,
Coach.
so it's cool that you found that place. That's pretty cool. All right. So, the last question I have for you is a question I'm asking everybody, and that is, why wrestle? What makes wrestling special to you?
So that's a hard question. So at first, I used to not like wrestling at all. Like I used to like feel like, oh my gosh, my dad's making me do this because he just wants me to do this, that, and the third. But no, I would say wrestling got like would put a good place in my heart for wrestling was the mentality it put me in. So like when I was younger, I wasn't the biggest kid, so I got picked on a little bit. But like the mentality of wrestling got me to be more tougher and like stand up for myself. So like and just keeping on going, it put me like in a mode like if I turn the switch on, I know I can do it. I got to handle it anything I can.
Very cool. Well, Jacob, congratulations on two state titles. Best of
Thank you.
luck and a run for a third. before that, good luck out at World Team Trials.
Thank
I'll be
you.
watching. I can't wait to see the Greco matches. No, I wish you the best of luck, man. I really hope you you make the team and you wrestle really, really well and everything else.
Thank you so much.
So congratulations again, and thanks for coming on, man.
All right, thank you.